These are 12 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1971, songs that captured lightning in a bottle and left a mark that never fully faded.
Kiss an angel good morning.
Number 12, Sugarfoot Rag by Junior Brown. Kicking off our list is a toe tapper that's part barn dance, part lightning storm. Sugarfoot Rag by Junior Brown. While the tune itself dates back to the 1940s, Junior Brown's turbocharged 1971 revival introduced it to a new generation with his signature double-neck Get Steel wizardry. It wasn't a chart topper, but it electrified jukeboxes and honky-tonks across the South. Brown was a relative newcomer, blending surf rock and traditional country like no one else. This track, recorded with Capitol Records, never cracked the top 40. But it got him noticed. The story goes that Brown cut the track live in just one take, with amps cranked so loud they shook the studio windows. It wasn't what Nashville was expecting, and maybe that's why it didn't fit. Picture it. A dusty dance floor, boots sliding in rhythm, and that wild guitar riff ricocheting off the walls. Though he'd become a cult favorite later, Sugarfoot Rag was Junior's quick hello and quicker goodbye to the charts. Number 11, Here Comes Honey Again by Sonny James.
Here is the Southern gentleman, Sonny James.
This sweet, lilting track came late in Sonny James's hit-making career and marked the last time he cracked the top 10 before fading into the background.
Just about the time I feel life still.
Released in 1971 on Capitol Records, Here Comes Honey Again peaked modestly but never achieved the staying power of his earlier hits. By this point, Sonny was winding down a string of chart toppers that began in the 60s.
It's funny, here comes honey.
What's curious is how little this song is remembered today, even among James's fans. Maybe it was overshadowed by the rise of outlaw country, or maybe it just didn't have the grit audiences were leaning toward. Imagine hearing this on the kitchen radio while making breakfast, warm coffee in hand, that steel guitar like sunlight through lace curtains.
Time I find myself a new love.
Though not a total one-hit artist, Here Comes Honey Again marked the end of Sonny James's dominance. A final curtain call from one of Nashville's most reliable crooners. Number 10, She's All I Got by Freddie North.
Friend, don't take her, she's all I got.
A smooth blend of country soul and heartache, She's All I Got by Freddie North was a standout crossover hit, one that rarely gets its due in country history. Released in 1971 on Mankind Records, the song reached number 10 on the country charts and soared even higher in R&B circles.
And your friend, don't take her, she's all I got.
But North would never chart in country again. Here's the twist. This wasn't even supposed to be a country song. Freddie's rich, soulful delivery gave it a different flavor, yet country DJs couldn't resist spinning it. You can just hear it on a warm summer night, spilling out of a half-open window, mixing with the sounds of cicadas and a passing train. Though Johnny Paycheck later made the song famous in the mainstream, it was Freddie North who captured its rawest version.
That's it, friend. Don't take her, she's all I got.
And then vanished, leaving behind one perfect track. Number 9, I've Got to Have You by Sammy Smith.
You came smiling softly, shyly moving.
After the thunderclap success of Help Me Make It Through the Night, Sammy Smith released this haunting follow-up, I've Got to Have You.
Somewhere in their colors, I saw promises and things.
It came out in late 1971, but the public didn't respond the same way. Released under Mega Records, the track was emotionally intense, bordering on dark. Too raw, perhaps, for country radio at the time.
I've got to have you.
What makes it fascinating is its origin. A Carly Simon composition reinterpreted through Sammy's smoky, aching delivery. She took a New York folk song and gave it Oklahoma soul.
Waking in the morning,
Picture a woman driving through the desert at night, headlights cutting through loneliness, this song pulsing through the dashboard speaker. Though it charted low and faded fast, I've Got to Have You showed Sammy was more than a one-trick pony. Unfortunately, it would be one of her last brushes with the spotlight. Number 8. Help Me Make It Through the Night by Sammy Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sammy Smith.
And here's the one that did it all. Help Me Make It Through the Night wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural moment.
Help me make it through the night.
Written by Chris Christopherson and released in 1971 by Sammy Smith, it hit number 1 on the country charts and crossed over to pop, a rare feat back then. The controversy? Its lyrics were scandalous at the time. Lines like, "I don't care what's right or wrong," sent conservative stations into a panic, but it was real, raw, unapologetic.
Let the devil take tomorrow.
Imagine a single mother closing up the diner at midnight, lighting a cigarette, and hearing this song as she drives home, the loneliness of it settling like fog. Sammy would never match this success again, but with just one hit, she carved her name into country music's Marble Hall of Fame.
Don't wanna be alone.
Number 7. Mr. Walker, It's All Over by Billy Joe Spears.
Bet you got another good song for all those folks out there.
I hope so.
Sure.
Before women in country were a movement, Billy Joe Spears dropped this fiery anthem in 1971 and lit the match.
I left Gordon, said Kansas, with the ticket and again to say yo.
Mr. Walker, It's All Over is a rare one-hit wonder with a message. Released by Capitol Records, it climbed into the top 10 and gave voice to working-class women fed up with office politics and gender roles. Billy Joe, a Texas native, never quite broke through again.
Mr. Walker, it's all over. I don't like the New York secretary's line.
The industry didn't know what to do with a voice that didn't just sing. It demanded. The song told the story of a secretary quitting her job and finding her strength. It wasn't sweet. It was steel-toed boots and sharpened eyeliner. Picture this, playing on a break room radio, a waitress or typist turning the volume up, smiling to herself as the boss walks by. A feminist anthem disguised in twang.
Garden City's looking better every minute now since I have learned to sing.
And one that country radio forgot too soon. If these songs are unlocking memories or introducing you to gems you've never heard, go ahead and tap that like button and subscribe to the channel. We post new country countdowns every week, keeping the spirit of classic country alive for fans who still believe in the power of a good story and a great song. Number 6, Skip a Rope by Henson Cargill.
Skip a rope. Skip a rope.
Skip a Rope isn't your typical country song, and maybe that's why it stood out so sharply in 1971. Released by Monument Records, this eerie, spoken-word-infused track used a children's rhyme to deliver a stinging critique of American society, racism, divorce, greed.
Ain't it kinda funny what the children say? Skip a rope.
Pretty heavy for a tune with a playground chant at its core. It climbed all the way to number 1 on the country charts, and yet Cargill never reached those heights again. What's most haunting is how relevant the lyrics still feel today. The song asks you to look at what your kids are singing, because they're repeating what they hear at home.
Skip a rope. Skip a rope.
You can imagine a father in a recliner hearing this on a Saturday afternoon, sitting up straighter, thinking twice. Skip a Rope was a curveball, in Cargill's moment, in the sun. But boy, did he make it count. Number 5, The Fight Inside of Me by Merle Haggard.
I hear people talking bad about the way we have to.
Now, Merle Haggard is far from a one-hit wonder, but this song, it was a standalone juggernaut that took on a life of its own.
Running down our country, they're walking on the fighting side.
Released in 1971 on Capitol Records, The Fight Inside of Me was a fiery anthem defending traditional American values during a time of cultural upheaval. It hit number 1 and stayed there for 3 weeks, but here's the twist.
If you don't love it, leave it, let this song that I'm singing.
Even Haggard later distanced himself from its tone, calling it reactionary. The song sparked protests and praise in equal measure. Picture a VFW bar in 1971, jukebox humming, Vietnam vets raising a beer when this track came on. While Merle would go on to write more nuanced work, The Fightin' Side of Me remains a polarizing flashpoint, a one-song phenomenon that outpaced even its creator's intentions. Number 4, The Morning After, Baby Let Me Down by Ray Griff.
Clock woke my sleeping, but I lay there for a
Canadian singer-songwriter Ray Griff had a minor U.S. breakthrough in 1971 with this heartbreak special, The Morning After Baby Let Me Down.
morning after baby let me down.
Released under Dot Records, the song cracked the top 20, riding a wave of melancholy and steel guitar. Griff, known more for writing than singing, finally had a hit of his own. It's said that he wrote the entire song in a hotel room, looking out over a gray Nashville morning, thinking of lost love and motel coffee. You can feel the ache in every word, the kind of song that plays when you're alone in a roadside diner.
Only silence to torment me, no soft hand.
Watching the rain and stirring sugar into your 4th cup of coffee. Ray Griff never matched its success in the States, but this one hit captured something real and raw. Number 3, Don't Let Me Cross Over by Jerry and Ruby Wright.
Recording called A New Place to Hang Your Hat.
I'd like to listen to it too.
This duet from 1971 was more than just a song. It was a cry into the void. Jerry and Ruby Wright, both second-generation performers, recorded Don't Let Me Cross Over as a tender, cautionary ballad about temptation and loyalty. Released by Chart Records, it made a brief splash on the country charts before fading fast. Their harmonies felt lived in, like two people who had been through the fire and back, because they had. What's bittersweet is that the song echoes the original by Carl and Pearl Butler, yet still brought something heartbreakingly new. It's the kind of tune you hear driving alone at night, passing neon-lit motels and wondering what could have been. One hit, one perfect harmony, then silence. Number 2, I'm Just Me by Charlie Pride.
Born to be exactly what you see.
In 1971, Charlie Pride reminded everyone exactly who he was with I'm Just Me.
Just me.
It hit number 1, but often gets overshadowed by bigger hits like Kiss and Angel Good Morning. Yet this song, this one, was personal. A declaration of identity in an industry where Pride was breaking barriers daily.
That life is rough, I wonder compared to what?
Released by RCA, it blended soft piano, steel guitar, and a quiet confidence. You can imagine a young black farmer hearing this on his truck radio and feeling a little taller that day.
I was just born to be exactly what you see.
Though Charlie would go on to have dozens of hits, I'm Just Me was a statement. And for many fans, a one-hit memory of strength and grace. Number 1, Rings by Cy Marron.
Bobby Smith and Jerry Parris from Cimarron, our guests. We'll be back.
Topping our list is a soft, shimmering tune that drifted in like a dream and vanished just as quickly. Rings by Cy Marron hit the charts in 1971 and blended folk pop with just enough country to ride the crossover wave.
Ring, ring, telephone ring, somebody said, baby, what you doing?
It peaked at number 17 on the country charts and number 17 on the Hot 100. Written by Eddie Reeves and Alex Harvey, the song tells of new love and quiet joy, with lines about coffee cups and curtain rods that somehow stick with you. You can see it, a sunlit apartment, a couple hanging cheap curtains and dreaming big. Cy Marron never charted again, but Rings remains a gentle echo of early 70s hope, a one-hit wonder that still makes you smile through the static.
Said ring, ring, golden ring, around the sun, around your...
If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it. 12 forgotten one-hit wonders from 1971, a year when new voices rose fast, burned bright, and left behind melodies that still tug at the heart. From feminist anthems to tender duets and fiery declarations, these songs told stories that mattered, even if the spotlight only found them once. Thanks for spending time with us down memory lane. We're proud to keep these sounds alive, one countdown at a time. And don't miss our next video, 1972 Forgotten One Hit Country Wonders, where the sounds get bolder and the stories even deeper. Until then, keep your boots dusty and your memories close.